What's going on, bottom line viewers? It's Mitch here, live for some NFL preseason action. Right now, the end of the New Orleans Saints, Kansas City Chiefs, in a game that saw Derek Carr take his first action with the Saints. Michael Thomas back on the football field. Even Patrick Mahomes got some snaps in that game. It's just wrapping up right now. It's 24-23 Kansas City. After that, we've got the San Francisco 49ers. Trey Lance starting for about a half. 49ers trying to get some interest, I believe. Just my personal opinion. Trying to get some interest. Some outside interest for Trey Lance. Trying to give him an opportunity to show what he's got to potentially move on from him and get some assets. That's just my opinion. Now, they call it a backup competition between him and Darnold. I think the 49ers would rather trade Lance, move on to the Brock Purdy era, and have Sam Darnold as their backup. But hey, that's just me. But I'm here for some commentary for the first half. We're going to have a good time. We're going to talk 49ers, Raiders. We're going to talk NFL. And if you haven't already, guys, the one thing I want to promote right now is the BLV Discord community. The Discord community is a big deal for me because that is and should be the core fandom of the channel. So if you're somebody that loves the NFL, if you're somebody that loves this channel and the content that I produce, if you're not in the BLV Discord, you're not really a big member of the BLV community. I'm just going to be honest because that is where all the discussions are had. You know, I'm always in there talking to people about videos, about potential NFL topics, trying to get them involved. And I trust those guys with any, different things that I throw out there. So make sure to join the BLV Discord if you want to become a bigger member of this channel. It's absolutely free. It's a chat room where you could talk NFL, you could talk life, you could just have a bunch of like-minded NFL fans to talk to. So make sure to check that out in the BLV Discord. I put the link in the description, also at the pinned comment of this live stream. The Saints, the Chiefs. Right now we got a 1st and 10. It looks like for the Chiefs, and they're trying to run the clock out here. At their own 30-yard line. Saints have 2 timeouts, so I guess if the Saints really want to play this out, they could call timeouts. I know some teams at the end of the game, they just kind of let the clock go. Okay, Dennis Allen is going to call a timeout, so they're actually trying to win this game. All right, what's going on, everybody in the chat? Let's say hello. Caesar's in the chat. Jeffrey says, Rams not win NFL. Not exactly sure what that means. Sing, what's going on, brother? And if you haven't already, make sure to Gronk spike the like button. All right, Gronk spike that like button. We got a lot more content coming, guys. I'm a little busy at the moment in terms of life. I'm doing a lot of coaching right now, so I've been, kind of not at home a lot. But I'm trying to get the division previews out this next week, more preseason streams as much as possible. And what I might end up doing is I'm just going to go live for a lot of things, just so I don't have to edit. I can simplify the process, and I'm probably going to end up going live for a lot of stuff. So make sure to have that notification bell on so that you're notified when I go live, so that when I'm talking about a topic, you can get it. All right. Ryan is in the chat. He says, Mitch, sup, brother? I missed the Pat stream with you. Oh, it was a good time. It was a good time. I didn't see the second half, but Patriots didn't look like they played too well in the second half. But defensively in the first half, a little bit, the start there, really promising stuff. So, yeah, it was a fun stream. Nice to see everybody back in the groove of things when it comes to the Pats. Ryan also says, thoughts on Pierre Strong? I think he's an easy cut. I actually don't know what they're going to do with the running back position. That's kind of one of the things that I'm not really sure about. Are they going to keep Pierre Strong? Right now, they don't have a reliable backup running back. It looks like Ty Montgomery has not been suiting up. He's been injured. I know that he always looks good when he plays in camp, but has not been playing, right? Has not been playing at camp, so how is he going to make the team Kevin Harris, we need to see more. Pierre Strong, we need to see more. I think it's really going to be dictated by the joint practices that they have. If those guys are going to be a part of the process behind Ramondre Stevenson. If not, they could always go out and sign a Leonard Fournette and Ezekiel Elliott, one of those guys that I'd definitely be happy to sign. Looks like the Raiders game is about to kick off right now with Daniel Carlson getting ready to kick this ball off to the 49ers. Trey Lance will be the quarterback to start this game. Let's see if NFL Network switches the stream over here. Samuel is in the chat. What's up, Samuel? He says, what's up, Mitch? I'm pumped for the season. Absolutely, man. NFL, there's just nothing like it. The 49ers on the return. And they get it to the 25-yard line. So that's where they will begin their first possession. If you haven't already, guys, make sure to Gronk spike that like button. That's how people find this live stream. That's how people find this channel. So make sure to Gronk spike the like button. The Dark Nate says the Ravens have won 24 straight preseason games. Yes, they have. They have not lost a preseason game since 2015. I know that sounds like a joke, but it's actually a real thing. I don't know how that's possible. I don't know how any team could legitimately win every preseason game, but it is a thing. All right, it is a thing. First play of the game, it looks to have been tipped at the line of scrimmage. Trey Lance threw the ball, and it was tipped down by the Raider defensive line. Trying to check out, they've got a split screen thing going on right now. It looked like that was the veteran, I want to say John Jenkins, who they signed from the Miami Dolphins. He's been playing. Oh, maybe they called that dead. Okay, no, they did call it a sack. Okay, so they called it a sack. It looked like the ball was tipped, but again, there's two small screens here. It's really hard to see what's going on. Trey Lance, play action, throws to the flat to his fullback, and that is a completion, getting back some of those yards and even some more from the sack. So first play for Lance, a little rough, got sacked. Second play, he gets on schedule with the throw to the flat to his fullback. Now it is third down for the 49ers on their first drive. Okay, third down here for Lance. 3rd and 6 at their own 29-yard line. Two receivers to each side. Lance looking left. He pumps, and he's under duress again, and he goes down. Immediate pressure from the Raiders, collapsing the pocket. That was Isaac Rochelle, who I believe is a former Charger defensive end. And I think he actually maybe played for the 49ers for a minute. But definitely the backups are in for the Raiders. Backups are in for the Niners. But Lance goes down on 2 of the first 3 snaps of this game. Good pressure by the Raiders. A defense that was probably the worst pass rush in the NFL last year. I think if you looked at many statistics, it would suggest that the Raiders had the worst, lousiest pass rush in the NFL. But that looked pretty good right there. At least their backups did. Punt return to the 32-yard line for the Raiders. The Raiders will take over. Let's see who's starting at quarterback for them. Kill 'em boys is in the chat. What's going on, man? He says, what's up, Mitch? How do you feel about Hard Knocks so far? I actually have not been watching Hard Knocks. I have not at all. And I'm not even sure I'm going to actually check it out, honestly. I don't know if I'm that interested. You guys let me know if it's any good, though. PS2 or Sauce. If you've seen my cornerback rankings, Kill 'em boys, you know that answer. Miss Harley Quinn is in the chat. What's up, Miss Harley Quinn? How you doing? How you doing? How you feeling? Kill 'em boys says Darrelle Revis versus Bailey. That is very close. I love both of those players. I think longevity would go to Champ Bailey. I think the peak would have to go to Darrelle Revis. Jordan says, ahoy! What's up, Jordan? How you doing? My guitar-loving teen. She's headed to New York. What are you doing in New York, Harley? Is the Joker over there somewhere? All right, so first play for the Raiders was a solid pickup on the ground, a gain of 7. Now it's I formation for the Raiders. 1 wide receiver, multiple tight ends. And the Raiders run it to the left. It's a gain of about 2. It's going to be 3rd down and inches coming up. That is Zamir White, that Georgia running back from a couple years ago. This is his 2nd season in the NFL For the Raiders, the primary backup for Josh Jacobs. I'm not hating, bro. I just don't know if I find Hard Knocks at this point very interesting. I think no matter the team, I don't know how interesting I think, I don't know. 3rd and 1, a pass for the Raiders. They go down the field, and it's a nice crisp dot to his wide receiver, Tucker. I think this is the rookie. Yes, it is. O'Connell in at quarterback. No, not Kevin O'Connell. That is the coach of the Minnesota Vikings. But once upon a time, Josh McDaniels also coached him. It's a new O'Connell for Josh McDaniels. 1st down, pass the 50-yard line, the 44-yard line of the San Francisco 49ers. Farhan is in the chat. He says, Raiders. And it is a 9-yard carry right up the gut, a little misdirection run. Arguably the top rushing attack from a I formation a year ago. The Raiders are getting back to work here. Zamir White, 9 yards. Another fullback right up the gut right here. And bam, White just has a ton of room to run. He doesn't even get touched until 8 yards down the field. William is in the chat. What's up, William? 2nd and 1. And that was a good defensive stop right there by the 49ers. I don't think he got the 1st down. So it'll be 3rd and inches again. Kellen Boy says, how do I feel about the Ravens? They are interesting. The Ravens they're interesting to me as well. I'm a little worried about their pass rush and their front 7 in terms of their ability to get to the quarterback. I think their secondary is pretty good, but I don't think it's stellar. But I'm really intrigued by the offense. I think the offense could be spectacular if they get everything going right. Lamar's playing at his peak. Quarterback sneak for O'Connell gets the 1st down easily and gains actually 2 or 3 yards on that quarterback sneak. The Ravens, Zay Flowers, I think, is going to be one of the best rookies this season. That's one of my, I guess you would call it, bold predictions. I think he's going to have a huge year. I think he's going to be the best receiver on that team. Rashad Bateman coming back, Odell there, Mark Andrews. I think that's going to help him get open more. And the O-line's good too. So I think the Ravens will be able to move the ball, run the ball, pass the ball, score points. I think Lamar's going to have a big year. I'm a little worried about the pass rush. At the 31-yard line of the Niners, it's play action for O'Connell. He's comfortable in the pocket. He throws it. It's an accurate ball once again to the 10-yard line. That is another Raider 1st down. That is some tight end that I can't pronounce his name. I think it starts with an F. I am sorry about that, but that was a long name, and I don't think I can handle it. O'Connell looks good so far, though. I remember watching O'Connell because I think he was the quarterback at Purdue. I think he was the Purdue quarterback. I remember watching him because I was watching Charlie Jones at Purdue, and I was pretty impressed by him. Obviously, the Raiders were to pick him where they picked him. Handoff up the middle, and the Raiders gain 4 or 5 yards on that run. White, once again, looking pretty good, by the way. Zamir White, pretty explosive on his first couple of steps. Do you think there's a chance O'Connell gets to starting at some point during the season? Only if Jimmy gets hurt. I think if Jimmy's healthy, he's the quarterback the whole year. O'Connell actually took a shot there, handing the ball off. Oregon Ducks Morgan is in the chat. Hey, BLV, opinion on Kellen Moore with the Chargers. Hold on. He says, toss to the left. White. And he gets to the 1-yard line on 2nd and goal. It will be 3rd and goal at the 1. White, a toss to the left. That's a classic Josh McDaniels toss, crack, play. You may call him Toss McDaniels. Oregon says he was at SoFi last night, and the offense looks great. So did the defense. That's very cool that you were at the stadium watching the team. That's awesome. My opinion is that it will be better this year. I think they'll unleash more downfield attack. I think they'll be maybe more pass heavy than people expect. Touchdown Raiders. Up the middle goes White, and that is a score as they open the preseason with a touchdown drive offensively. 49ers defense got ran all over on that drive. White with the score. 7:22 left in the first quarter. And I forgot to put my scoreboard up. I think it will be pretty good, bro. Oregon Ducks, Morgan. I think it will be pretty good. I think it will be better than last year for sure. How good though? I don't know. That's the question, I guess. Okay, 7-0 Raiders. I don't think Carlson will miss. Carlson doesn't miss. That man just doesn't miss. Jordan, he's not white, but he's white, if you know what I mean. Killin' Boy says, the Saints might be a dark horse. Mike Thomas is back. Chris Olave is only getting better. The defense is always legit. Yeah, I mean, maybe. I don't know. I feel like they have a ceiling. I think they can make the playoffs and win their division. I think that's definitely possible. I don't really see them as a threat, though. That's just my opinion on that. I don't really believe in Carr at this point. And I don't really believe in Allen either, the quarterback and the coach. And that's kind of my problem. I also think there's issues with Alvin Kamara. There's issues with Michael Thomas constantly. And I can't see consistency with that team. I feel like they're going to have some really good moments, but I also feel like they're going to have some moments where maybe some teams upset them that shouldn't probably beat them. I could definitely see that happening. I'm a diehard Charger fan, and I went to the Rams versus the Bolts with my girlfriend. She's a Rams fan, and the Bolts won 34-17. I have season tickets for the Bolts, and I think we can win 8 to 11 games. I would say your prediction is very accurate. 8 to 11 sounds about right. That's kind of cool that you got season tickets. That's awesome. Throughout the year, let me know if you're at a game. Let us know in the comments how it is, how the atmosphere is. How usually is that stadium with Charger fans? I've heard that it's probably better for Rams fans in that stadium. What do you think of that? Singh says, I hope either the Saints or the Falcons win the NFC South. Bodo Winter is in the chat. He says, what up, hoes? Bodo, the biggest hoe of them all, is in the chat. What's up, Bodo? Killin' Boy says the Falcons will be the second best in the South. Panthers third. Ooh. Interesting. Gronk, spike the like button if you haven't already. Second drive for Trey Lance, the Trey experience, the Trey area coming up. Voto says, I think you get season tickets to the Chargers with a purchase of a pack of bubble gum. Yeah. Don't say that too loud. 49ers return it to the 17-yard line. Good coverage there by the Raiders special teams. Zamir White with an impressive drive and an even more impressive drive by the run blocking and the offensive line of the Raiders. That's not the starting O-line, I don't think, and they were kicking the Niners behinds. Absolutely smoking them. Rory says, does Zamir White possibly be the future starting running back for the Raiders? I doubt it. I think Jacobs will remain the starter for the Raiders in terms of I think he's going to sign. But I think White makes a very solid backup. And knowing Josh McDaniels, I feel like he does want depth at that position. You know, they have plenty of running backs that can go there. So I feel like having Zamir White is just another bonus for that offense. As much as they want to run the ball, I think it makes sense. Maybe we could see more Zamir White this season than we did last year because he's now a second-year player. 2nd and 7 after a run up the middle by the Niners. It's play action on second down. Lance scrambling. He throws it a little bit behind his tight end. That's a pickup of 3 yards for the Niners. 3rd down and 4 coming up. 6:25 left in the first quarter for Trey Lance and the Niners. Singh says the 49ers versus the Raiders was the best NFL game last season. Wow. That is a bold statement. Who's my preference to be starting quarterback and backup? Brock Purdy by far for starting quarterback, and then backup Sam Darnold. I would trade Lance if I had a chance. I just don't know if anyone's interested in it. At the 23-yard line, Lance looking to his left, looking back to his right, and throws the ball at nobody. It is incomplete. 5:56 left in the first quarter. Good defense by the Raiders. The one thing I will say about the Raiders in terms of preseason football, they have a lot of depth. Like, they may not have the strongest roster in the world, but what they've done very well is sign a lot of veteran free agents at a lot of different positions to give them quality depth. So you'll see guys on the Raiders offensively and defensively that I think you might know. Like, there's guys that have been around the NFL at multiple positions that can play at a certain level. And I think you saw that last preseason, and I think that's even more so now. The Raiders do have very good depth on their team. That's something I noticed about their roster. At the 25-yard line, the Raiders return this punt to the 28. Only a couple yards on that return. Brandon Bolden, I see the Patriot legend on the sidelines with his hat on, watching Amir Abdullah hit the field. Charlie Higgs says trade Lance for sure. Charlie, are you a 49er fan? Killin' Boys says Broncos might be second in the West. I have more faith in them than the Chargers. I'm taking the Chargers. Oregon says BLV, I will pay $1,000 for 2 season tickets, and that's field level, so it's worth it. Very nice, my man, very nice. The Chargers. What do you think? Chargers, you had 8 to 11 wins. Bodo says, hello, Daniel. Steeler Nation in the chat says, I'm going to the Guns and Roses concert on the 18th of August. Awesome, man. Have a good time. Who do I trust more this season, the Browns or the Steelers? I trust the Steelers to be more mid. If you understand what I mean, you understand what I mean. I think the Browns have no middle ground. I think they're rather going to fail miserably or they're going to be pretty good. Well, I feel like the Steelers will pretty much be maybe a little above average. That's kind of how I see them. Charlie says, I'm a Niners fan. Brock Purdy seems like he's got it. Yeah, I think Brock Purdy does have it. I think he's got the it factor, the playmaking ability, the savvy, the smarts. I think he's the quarterback that they want to have at the helm. Badass says, hey, Mitch, seems a lot of people are talking about Malik Cunningham. Yeah, it's something to talk about. It's fun, you know, like, will he even make the team? I don't know. I kind of see him on the practice squad. We'll see how he looks the rest of the preseason. It was an exciting start, and it's something to talk about. That's all I'll really say about Malik Cunningham. I mean, I hope he does well. Obviously, he's on my favorite team. I don't know. Like, I think he could be a gadget player and a good practice squad guy for us, like just getting looks at different quarterbacks, like Jalen Hurts in week 1, for example. Screen pass for the Raiders. Pickup of 3, that is Amir Abdullah. Catching that football, 5:30 left in the first. Abdullah serves mostly as a returner for this Raiders team. Rory says, do you think Juju will break out this year with the Patriots? I don't know. Like, Juju kind of broke out as a rookie, didn't he? A rookie or a year 2 guy? And then he had a couple down. I guess he had one down year. He went to the Chiefs. Had a pretty good year with the Chiefs. I expect about 800 to 1,000 yards out of Juju. Anything less than that would be underwhelming to me. I think he's going to catch like 70 to 80 passes, have about 800, 900 yards. That's what I expect. I don't expect anything spectacular. I expect maybe a Jacoby Myers type of season, but just more efficient. Like, I feel like he's going to make more out of those targets than Jacoby did. But we'll see what happens. Caesar says, I miss your Gronk spike animation with Gronk. Maybe you got to make me one, Caesar. I don't know what to tell you, brother. I'm out of luck here. I got a new one. You don't like the new one? Badass says Pat McAfee said he was better than Lamar Jackson during their college time. Yeah, I don't know about all that. 1st and 10, first down for the Raiders. I think it was a quarterback sneak on the last play. 4 minutes remaining in the first. Ooh. On the next play, it is a sack for the 49ers. Number 94. Let me see this play. I formation for the Raiders. Play action. Just the left tackle just got beat instantly. And then O'Connell had to take the sack. 94 is Clelin Ferrell, the former 4th overall pick of the Las Vegas Raiders. So he just got a sack in a revenge game. Nice. Play action for O'Connell. Tosses it out wide to the right to his fullback. That's a pickup of 2 or maybe 3 yards. O'Connell definitely doesn't have a strong arm. That's something that is very noticeable right now. He's smart and accurate, but he does not have a strong arm. You can see him pushing the ball down the field a lot. But every pass he's thrown has been accurate. I will say that. It's been on the money. That's more than I can say about Trey Lance. 2:40 left in the first quarter, 7-0 Raiders. 3rd and 7, 3 receivers set, 1 tight end to the right of the formation. O'Connell looks right, throws a slant. It's incomplete. Bob popped off the hands of, I believe that was Trey Tucker on the receiving end. Incomplete. Yes, it was Tucker, 89. Another rookie, I think. 2:30 left in the first. It's always exciting to see the different rookies around the NFL getting their first start, studying them in college, seeing which guys I like, which guys I don't like, and then seeing them pop and play in preseason action. 2:29 left in the first quarter. 49er return to the 13-yard line. Good tackle by the Raiders on special teams. That was Roderick Teamer. I think he used to play for the Colts. It's another special teamer for the Raiders. How's everyone doing right now? How's everyone doing? What's everyone thinking about their preseason so far in terms of their teams? If you've checked out any action, if you saw any players that you thought looked really good, let me know in the comments right now. Start up some conversation. Let's fire it up. If you have any questions about the NFL season, about the BLV, what's going on the channel, I'm always open to answering those questions for you guys. Let me know in the comments, man. Let's have a good conversation here. Don't forget to Gronk spike the like button, guys. Jadeveon Clowney is in Jacksonville today. Interesting. That would be a good pickup for them, I think. That'd be a very good pickup for them. That's kind of what they need. They need another guy that can get to the quarterback. Charlie says, I'm feeling pretty good right now. Yes, sir. Pretty good. How do I say your name? Abria? Angel says Chargers looked way better than last year's preseason games. Love the improvement of the run game. Okay. I like it. Thank you for the analysis. I didn't see the Chargers. I haven't seen a lot of preseason right now, guys. So if you have anything you can give me about your team or anything that you saw, let me know. I'd definitely take that information. Abria? Is that right? Caesar says, Mitch, check your OneDrive folder I shared you. I made a Gronk spike animation months ago. I think I saw it, bro, but to be honest, I don't think I liked it very much. It wasn't one of your better designs, if I'm being honest with you. I think you can do a better one. I think you can do a better one, man. I'm going to have to find out how I can incorporate some of your logos this year, though. I liked your logos. Okay, at the 14-yard line for the 49ers, it is the third drive for Trey Lance, I think. First down and 10. Trey Lance play action, throws to his fullback, incomplete, well covered by the Raiders. Raiders defense right now looking pretty good. Again, a lot of these guys on the Raiders defense in terms of their backups do have NFL experience, so that certainly does help. Trey Lance not looking great right now. Hasn't really found any rhythm so far. They haven't been able to get a run game going either. He hasn't ran it himself yet. Second and 10, 2:17 left in the first. Three receiver set, one tight end, one running back here. AKA 11 personnel. Lance, under pressure, off play action, escapes the first tackler. Looking to run, and he picks up 3 yards, 2 yards maybe, on that scramble. Good avoidance of the sack there. That was a good pressure by the Raiders defense. Let's see what exactly happened on this. Number 51 came through, I believe. Yes, so they tried a little play action protection, and a guy just came out unblocked. That does tend to happen in the preseason sometimes. Third down and 8. For the 49ers. Trey Lance in the gun. 1:40 left in the first quarter. Motion from the Niners. There's trips to the right. Lance pressured. Flag on the play, and he goes down for a sack. Number 69, number 96 come together for the sack. I think that's Adam Butler, the former Patriot, on the sack. That's awesome to see because I thought Adam Butler was out of the NFL until I saw he signed with the Raiders. It was a holding call on the Niners, so that sack will stand for Adam Butler trying to make this team for his former coach, Josh McDaniels. That's a sack. Adam Butler is a guy, for Raiders fans out there, that's a guy that could help you a lot. If he's on his game, he is a pretty good pass rushing type of guy on the inside of a defense. He's a good specialist. He's good with stunts and things like that. He's a good depth and role player. That's a guy to keep an eye on to see if he makes that team in that role for the Raiders. At the 39-yard line, it is a fair catch for the Raiders, and O'Connell will come out once again with 1:09 left in the first quarter. Showing off the Raider cheerleaders here. We got O'Connell coming out. JP says, I think the Chargers will finish second in the AFC West, and they will go 3-3 in the division, I think. 3-3. I kind of feel like 3-3 might be right. I could see 4-2, maybe. I think they're going to win like 9 or 10 games. Rory says, do you think the Rams should trade Aaron Donald and Cooper Kupp? At the trade deadline, my team does not look good right now with multiple rookies. I would think about Aaron Donald. I don't know if I would trade Cooper Kupp, though. Daisy! What's going on? Hola! Daisy, how you doing? Give Daisy an applause. Camden. What's going on, Camden? How you doing, man? Says, how about Derek Carr today on the Saints? I didn't actually see it, but the stats looked pretty good to me. Stats looked pretty good. You're doing okay. Just okay. Not great. Not excellent. Not awesome. Not amazing. Just okay. 3 drives, 3 sacks, 1 yard allowed by the Raiders defense so far. What a celebration by Adam Butler. Camden is doing pretty damn good. Yes, sir. At the 35, a handoff up the middle, the Raiders. Gain of 2. 1 minute remaining in the first quarter for O'Connell. Guys, just a reminder, grunt, spike the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and you're enjoying this commentary, because I do it all preseason and regular season long. Also, join the Discord. If you haven't already, the link is in the description. Join the BLV community. It is absolutely free. You can chat with BLV celebs like Monty. Check it out. At the 42-yard line, it'll be 3rd and 3. Philip Dorsett on the reception there. You may know who that is. 19 seconds left in the first quarter. Maybe they take this in 3rd and 3. They'll take this, I think, to the quarter break. Daisy says she took her medicine. It's helping her out. Everybody wish Daisy well. She's trying to get better right now. Good to hear that you're getting a little bit better. Singh says, Mitch, Raiders owned the Broncos recently. Bro, Singh, I don't know about you. I think the Raiders could be better than the Broncos this year, man. I do. Call me a Bronco hater, bro. Whatever you want to call me, I'm just saying. If they get anything out of their defense, the Raiders could actually be pretty competent. Their defense last year was so bad, it was like unwatchable. Yeah, a lot of former Patriots are on the Raiders. Yep. They've signed a lot of former Patriots, which I love because it helps me cheer for the Raiders, but I also think too many is like not a good thing. You know what I mean? Like I like the fact that McDaniels is signing some of these guys, but I also feel like at a certain point you don't want too many of the guys you've already had. You want to mix it up. Some new blood. Can we block these bots? They're killing me, man. Killing me. What do I think about the Washington changing their name back to the Redskins? That's happening? I didn't hear that was happening. I highly doubt that will happen. Although, I will say, and this might be controversial, I don't really care. I feel like once something is named something, it has to be really bad for me to change it because it's a part of its history. So, like, I understand the connotation of that word, but I feel like it got so far removed from that. You know, everyone knew them as the Skins regardless of that idea and the concept. Like, it is what it is, though. Commanders is a decent name. I kind of like it. I've kind of gotten used to it now, so At the 46-yard line, a first down throw by O'Connell. Number 84, I think that's Keelan Cole, but I could be wrong. 14:40 left in the second quarter. As a Pats fan, players come and go, don't care what team they're on, says Raw. I mean, I cover the entire NFL, so it's kind of cool to see a lot of Patriots fans on one team. Raiders! We got our Raiders in the chat. Handoff, gain of 2 for the Raiders. 2nd down and 8 coming up. White getting a lot of work. Charlie says cancel culture will come for them. They won't ever change it back. Yes, I agree. 14 minutes left in the second. I don't think you can get a better name than the Raiders, though. That's just the best name in the NFL, I think. I think the Raiders is the best name in the NFL. Raiders, Steelers is like a weird name, but it kind of works for some reason. Patriots is a great name. Biased, but I think it's a great name. Better than the Broncos, you know what I mean? Second quarter, got to change my scoreboard. We got a Raider down, number 66. He's getting up, though, under his own power, and he's walking off. McDaniels walked on the field to check him out, see if he was okay. Vikings? Yeah. Vikings is a good name. I think the Packers has to be the worst name, but it's also like the best name at the same time. It's like so bad it's good. The Browns is so bad it's bad. Cowboys obviously good. 2nd and 8. I formation, 2 receivers to the right. Fake the screen, hand it off on a draw up the middle. That's a gain of 7 for the Raiders. White. Charlie likes Buccaneers. I will say about Buccaneers, though, as someone that makes a lot of graphics, it's a pain in the butt to spell Buccaneers, like, every time. It's a long name. It has... It's a weird spelling, although I know how to spell it at this point. And I always have to put Bucks because it just looks weird because the name is too long. Toss to the left on 3rd and 1 is a gain of half a yard. So it'll be 4th and inches. Will the Raiders go for it here? Name the top 5 D tackles. Kill 'em, boys. I made a list ranking the best players at every position. If you want to check that out, check out the channel, and then you'll see who I have as the best players at every position. I'll give you an explanation for each one. Tyler says, hey, Mitch, I'm feeling a Bills-Niners Super Bowl. Ooh, interesting. 7-0 Raiders. 12:25 left in the second. Handoff up the middle, and that is stuffed on 4th and 1. The Niners will take over after a big stop. Farrell's pumped up, and number 20, Avery Thomas, came through with the stop on Zamir White. 12:22 left in the second quarter. Singh says Niners are winning the Super Bowl. Woo! Woo-hoo! Wowee. Wowee. Did the Giants play today or did they play yesterday? Giants played. Oh, Friday. Okay. So far, statistically speaking, through about a quarter and a bit, Trey Lance has started for the 49ers at quarterback. 2 for 4, 9 yards. He has been sacked 3 times, 1 rush for 2 yards. Davis Price, 1 rush, 3 yards. Trey Lance, 1 rush, 2 yards. Ross Dwelly, who's been playing a lot of fullback. 2 catches, 9 yards. Defensively, a sack for Clelin Ferrell. And the leading tackler is Marcelino McCray Ball, with the greatest name in the NFL. Las Vegas Raiders, Aiden O'Connell, 6 for 7, 65 yards, 1 sack, 2 rushes, 7 yards. Zamir White, 13 rushes, 43 yards. We got some guy named Cole Firthingham with 2 catches, 30 yards. Trey Tucker, 1 for 15. Cole, 1 for 11. Dorsett, 1 for 5. Abdullah, 1 for 4. What the heck just happened? First down for the Niners. Number 10, Bell, just ran through like 3 people for a first down. First and 10 at the 46 of the Raiders. Daisy says her big sister is a Raiders fan. Ooh. That's a pickup of 4. What does she think of the team, Daisy? Rory says, what quarterback is the most underrated right now? Who will surprise the league this year? Okay, so I'll give you 2 answers. I would have said Kirk Cousins was the most underrated until like this offseason happened, and then he just got like catapulted into everyone's minds as good now. So like I think Geno is still a little underrated. Like I think there's some people that don't think he's any good still, but I think he's legit. Lamar is underrated by a lot of people because he's elite, and I don't think a lot of people think that. And who else is underrated? Maybe like, I think Tannehill is a little underrated. Surprise guy, it's got to be Mac for me. Like I think Mac is going to surprise a lot of people this year. Trey Lance, PA boot to the right, complete with number 17. Second down, 10 minutes left in the second quarter. Hey, Tori! Says, what's up, chat? How is everyone? Thank you so much, Tori, for the super chat, man. Thank you so much. Toss to the right. 49ers, first down. They're starting to get something going here with a couple PA boots for Trey Lance and a nice little run for, I think that's Davis Price, I think. 9:30 remaining in the first half. Nine minutes, 15 seconds left in the second. Lance in the empty, looking left, looking back right. He's going to run. And then he dumps it. And he gets the first down to the 9-yard line. It is number 83. I want to say that's Willie Snead. 9 minutes left. It is Willie Snead. 9 minutes left in the second quarter. How am I doing? I'm doing pretty fantastic. Thank you, Tori, thank you for asking, man. Glad to see you back in the chat, my man. How are the teams looking in the preseason? I honestly don't really know. I don't really know. I haven't been watching a lot, to be honest. I haven't really had the capability to watch so far. Trey Lance throws the end zone! Touchdown. I don't know where the ball ended up. Cameraman was drunk. I think it batted off somebody or something. Let me see that replay. What the heck just happened? $8:29 left in the first half. Touchdown Niners. I'm trying to figure out what the heck just happened. Lance play action. Throw. It got batted, I think. Oh, it should have been picked by number 23. And then Dwelly caught it in the end zone. What the heck? So Lance threw a pick to number 23. I think that's Teamer. And Teamer couldn't catch it. The ball bobbled in the air, and Ross Dwelly caught it in the end zone. So it's 7-7. What a weird play that was. The Colts and Browns are going to win week 1. Who do the Colts play? Oh. I just saw a tweet that says running back for the Bucks, Rashad White, buckled and fell without contact and came up limping, went to the sideline on his own power. Interesting, he could be hurt. Not looking too hot for Trey right now. Hey, he just threw a touchdown pass. What are you talking about, Charlie? Did you not just see what happened, bro? I mean, he took the hard way to get there. He threw it to the other team, and they dropped it in the lap of the Niners. But, hey, threw a touchdown pass. That's what it says on the box score, man. Guys, if you haven't already, Gronk spike the like button, subscribe. It is 7-7, 8:29 left in the first half. I will be here until halftime. So if you have any questions, any comments, any opinions, let me know. Kickoff for the 49ers. Here come the Raiders. On the return. 10. 15. Ooh, nice little jump around there by Abdullah. But there is a flag. 8:23 left in the first half. The Raiders will take over. Holding on the Raiders during the return. That will back them up 10 yards. Get the bots out of here, man. Damn. 8:23 left in the second quarter. Aiden O'Connell, the superior quarterback in this game, is back under center. Munford Jr. and the rest of the Raider offensive line has looked pretty solid so far, if I say so myself. Handoff. Gain of 5 by the Raiders. Charles Woodson on the broadcast. Jonathan Taylor is overrated, says Tyler's World. Why do you say that, bro? Hey, what's up, Daisy? What's up, the twins? How you guys doing? Excited for the season? 7:35 left in the second. Abdullah in the game at running back. Raiders trying to reclaim the lead on this drive. Oh. 3rd and 1. O'Connell from the gun on 3rd and 1 is gonna go deep! And he's got a guy, but I think he's out of bounds. What? He wasn't out of bounds? Hold on a second here. Trey Tucker just burnt that number 0 like toast, bro. And then he caught it, apparently. I thought he was out of bounds. And now they're going to stop the play, call it dead, and I think they're going to challenge it. 35-yard hookup. Kyle Shanahan is going to challenge it, I think. 6:51 left in the first half. Yeah, let's go, Daisy Diana. Let's go. We're excited here on the BLV. We can't wait for the season. I can't wait to stream these games, man. It's going to be so fun. People in here, it's going to be great. We're going to have Jordan Hunter followed by the Big Al Williams, who says, Gronk, spike the like button and subscribe. Yes, sir. We're going to have Sing in here. Sing. Are you a YouTuber now, bro? You made that one YouTube video. I think this catch is going to stand, guys. What a catch by Tucker, though. He's a real deep threat. He's got real speed, man. That was real speed right there. That's the rookie. I think he's out of Cincinnati, if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong. Oh, no! He didn't maintain? Oh, boo. They're saying it is going to be 4th down and 1.5. Why does Aiden O'Connell look like Hunter Henry's twin? Is it just me? 7 minutes left in the second. Singh says, Mitch, that YouTube video is for an assignment. I know, I'm just messing with you, Singh. I gotta check it out, bro. Send it. William says, I agree, Mac Jones is very underrated. It wasn't his fault last year. I agree, William. Thank you. Big Al says, become a member, become a patron, join the Discord, and follow Mitch on social media. Thank you, Big Al. Yes, I want the people to do that. At the 34-yard line, the Niners will take over. Nice special teams tackle once again by the Raiders. Rory! Thank you so much for the super chat, man. Rory, are you a new subscriber, by the way, bro? Thank you so much for the super chat. Really appreciate that. Says, should teams still fear the Patriots defense? Absolutely. The Patriots defense is sick. It is loaded. Now, the offense, not so much. But I do think it's a top 3, top 5 defense in the NFL for sure, man. And so far in the preseason, so good. The pass rush is legit. I think Keon White, the rookie, is going to add a flavor to that as well. Hopefully Barmore can stay healthy this year. But you got Uche, you got Judon, you got Wise there. I mean, they've got a real pass rush. And then Christian Gonzalez in the back end will shore up the corner position. Deep secondary at safety, Kyle Duggar, Jalen Mills, Adrian Phillips, Jabril Peppers, Jack Jones, Jonathan Jones, Marcus Jones. A real defense, man. That defense is going to be really, really, really good. And then on top of that, they're very well coached. So yes, absolutely. The Patriots defense is going to be very good. All right, Rory. Well, thank you, man. Thank you for coming back. We love when people come back. Big Al says, sorry I'm late, y'all. I slept like crap last night, and I just woke up. Latest I've slept in about 2 years. Big Al, what's going on, man? You okay? You healthy? You healthy? You getting your vitamins? You saying your prayers, bro? Daisy says, I'm wearing my Gronkowski jersey. And Diana is wearing her Buccaneers Gronk jersey. Nice. At the 35-yard line, play action, Trey Lance. Pressure around the edge. He holds on to the ball, and it's a sack for the Raiders again. Who is that? Number 56 for the Raiders. '56 is Amory Burney. Never heard of him. Is he a rookie? 2nd and 15. Lance steps up. He's avoiding a sack. He runs to his right, trying to find someone to throw to. He does at the marker. It's a gain of 5. It'll be 3rd down and 10. Yeah, it is sad McCourty retired. Big Al says, shout out to you, Rory, for the super chat. Third and 10, Lance down the field. It is complete down the middle of the field to the 48-yard line. That was a nice throw. Might have been his best throw of the game. To Connolly, the former Kansas City Chief. I think that's Chris Connolly. 5:20 left in the second. Nice little post route by Connolly. Catch and a first down, Niners. Singh says, Browns are winning week 1 because they own the Bengals. The Colts are winning week 1 because when the Colts play better versus the Jags when the Colts are at home. Okay. Run up the middle for Mason, the running back of the Niners. He had some moments last year. A gain of 6, maybe 5, 6. Big Al says he's rocking the Eagles gear that he's had since 04. Yeah, Big Al is a Mac believer, bro. He's going to see Mac in week 1. It's going to be me versus Big Al in week 1. Trey Lance. Screen is dropped by Mason. That was a really bad drop right there. That was really bad. 3rd down and 5. 4:29 left in the first half. Can Lance put together another scoring drive? We will see. Guys, let's get to 30 likes. We got a couple more to go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We got 4:29 left in this half. What if the AFC East turns out to be last year's AFC West? It's possible, but I think it's less likely. I think the teams in this division are more proven than that AFC West division. A stop by the Raiders to make it 4th and 1. That was 3rd and 5. There was a run call to Mason, and now it's 4th and 1. 4 minutes remaining in the first half. Looks like the Niners will go for it here, and Lance is trying to call that play. $3.50 left in the first half. $3.48. Timeout by the Raiders. 4th and 1. They're getting grouped up here. Trying to figure out how to stop the Niners on 4th and 1. Who's my dark horse Super Bowl contender going into the season? Oof. I don't know if they count, but Dallas. Dallas? No one in the NFC, really. Like, nobody. Handoff on 4th and 2 is stuffed! The Raiders will take over. 3:41 left in the first half. Good defense by the Raiders. AFC-wise, dark horse. I think the Browns are a good one. Like, if the Browns get it going, they could be really good. The Chargers are also one, but I just don't believe in this coach. The AFC... Nah, I don't believe in Tua for Miami, honestly. Like, I think... Seahawks could be one. The Seahawks. I'll say the Seahawks if you count the Cowboys, and I'll go with the Browns. All right, those are my dark horse contenders. A run by the Raiders makes it 2nd and 5. Tyson, what's going on, my man? 3 minutes left in the first half. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 running back. Quick throw. It is complete for a first down. Alex says, I honestly think the Raiders are too invested in copying the Patriots system, a major flaw in McDaniels. Maybe. It doesn't feel like this time around he isn't as invested as he was in Denver. I just think the Raiders just they haven't had the talent. Like, if you look before McDaniels got there, their drafts were absolutely putrid and, like, disgusting. Like, they had no young talent at all, especially on defense. So it's really hard to win, especially in a division with Herbert and Mahomes, when you have no young talent. You have to go out and sign everyone or now draft everybody. That was an incomplete pass by O'Connell with 2:32 left in the second. It'll be 2nd and 10, trying to hit a play action kind of in cut over the middle of the field. It was well covered by the 49ers, though. Good man-to-man coverage there by number 20. Back under center for the Raiders. 2 receivers. Play action right under pressure. O'Connell escapes. He throws it away. There is a flag. It could be holding on the defense there. It is in the secondary. And Aiden O'Connell is creeping me out the amount he looks like Hunter Henry. It's actually kind of scaring me a little bit. 2:25 left in the second quarter. Gronk spiked the like button, guys. Subscribe if you haven't. More preseason action coming soon. We'll also have a lot more videos. I'm trying to work on these division previews and get them out as soon as possible. And the roster rankings, as well as ranking every division in the NFL. That will be coming soon. I think the Raiders could be a dark horse playoff team. I don't know if they'd be a dark horse contender. I don't think they quite have that in their outcomes. 1st and 10. Handoff. And a gain of 4 or 5. Really nice running there by Abdullah, breaking 2 tackles. It's 2:10 left in the second quarter. I think they'll take this to the 2-minute warning, and it will be 7-7. Raiders still have 2 timeouts after the 2-minute warning. So, Raiders are trying to take the lead going into halftime here. Hold on. People forget how crazy the AFC West is. I mean, Kansas City is dominant. LA is a playoff team. Denver is getting their together. And Las Vegas doesn't have a D and is relying on an injury-prone quarterback. This is true. I do think the Raiders, though, if you look at last year, they lost how many games? Like, go through their schedule. How many games that they not only lost by 1 score, but they lost in games that they were winning, especially in the fourth quarter. They blew a lot of games. That was a lot due to Derek Carr not making enough plays in the fourth quarter and the defense more specifically. So the Raiders are a team that I feel like this year they could surprise people, because I think, if you think about it, last year everyone thought they would be good, like at least like average, right? And they're very much disappointed. And I think that had to do a lot with close game losses. But now, a year removed from that, people now think they're going to suck, right? So usually those two things find a way to get to the middle. And that's kind of what I think of the Raiders. I feel like they're maybe not as good as we thought they would be last year. And they're not as good, and they're not as bad as people think they're going to be this year. I think they're somewhere in the middle of that intersection there. That's kind of what I think. But yes, people forget the AFC West is very strong, and it's hard to win in that division. We'll see what the Broncos look like, man. The Broncos are going to be an interesting team. I could kind of see any outcome for that team. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. Still waiting on the commercial break. Yeah, I think the Chargers, I honestly could see a case, Angel, where hold on. First down, Cole, screen pass by the Raiders. That gets out of bounds, 1:53 left in the half. Nice play by Cole there. I could see a case for the Chargers where they're one of those teams that actually by the end of the year, they're better than they were last year. But I could see them having a worse record or end up outside the playoffs because of because of their conference. Like, I could see the conference being so strong that the Chargers are kind of on the outside looking in, but they're actually a more competent team than last year, if that makes sense. First down and 10 at the 30. O'Connell's got time. He's got a man wide open on the classic Tom Brady to Rob Gronkowski play. The pull the guard, play action, over the middle of the field. That is an absolute classic Josh McDaniels staple right there. That's a gain of about 15 yards. Wide open behind that zone too. Good throw by O'Connell. I would say O'Connell has looked much better than Trey Lance in this game. Now, some of that is they've had more of a running game. Some of that is more protection for him as well. But just the consistency of the accuracy, the decision-making, the getting rid of the ball, I think O'Connell's looked pretty good as a rookie in his first game in the NFL. Abdullah on a toss, a gain of 3 or 4. Duke says, good evening, chat. This game is close, as I predicted. How you doing? I'm doing pretty good. Thank you for asking. Alex says, well, with Jimmy G, we know his limits as well. And with Josh Jacobs' situation, I can't see it. Sorry, BLV. Touchdown, Keelan Cole. You can't see them being better than people think they are? Interesting. Touchdown, Cole. 13-7, Raiders. Josh Jacobs will play, by the way. I don't see him missing this season. I do agree that Jimmy getting hurt potentially is a problem, but I think if he's on the field, he'll be good. Like, he'll be as good as he was last year, I think. I'm not saying he'll be great, but he'll be good. .34 seconds left in the half. 14-7 Raiders. Let's see if the Niners try to make any plays at the end of this half. Try and get in field goal range here. I think this will be his last drive. I think Darnold's going to play the third quarter. Caesar says, Cowboys versus Niners is probably my benchmark game of the season. And I'll be there, Caesar. Let's go, baby. 34 seconds left in the half. Kickoff for the Raiders. Return for the Niners. The 10. The 15. 16, 17-yard line. That is where they'll take over with 3 timeouts. Daisy with all the emojis. You never really know what she's saying. Maybe, Alex. It could be. I could understand why Raiders fans would be a bit upset about that. But I think it was just time to move on from Carr, to be honest. It just so happens... Ooh, that pass was almost picked off. Lance throws it over the middle, and nice play by the linebacker, number 56, Bernie, who's actually been a standout today for the Raiders defense. And that's a position they need guys to step up. Bernie's been a standout. Has a sack, almost a pick there on that play. Interesting player. I don't really know much about him. If any Raiders fans are in here, that could let me know. But he's played really well. Lance does not see that defender underneath. He got away with that one. 2nd and 10. Lance Throws deep. It's complete to the 43-yard line of San Francisco. That was a nice throw there by Trey. 17 seconds left in the half, and I believe the Niners called a timeout. I don't know if Becca's going, but we'll see. I'm going with my dad, who's a Cowboys fan. So it should be really fun. I'd love it if Becca were able to make it, but I'm not sure if she can go. So who do you all think will be taking Caleb Williams? I'm going with the Cardinals. The Cardinals. Possibly the Rams, but I think the Cardinals. 17 seconds left in the second. And I think the Cardinals will trade Kyler Murray to someone. 1st and 10. Throw wide open over the middle is, I think that's Dwelly again. 1st down and getting close to field goal range, but there is a flag. That's not Dwelly. Who is that? Fumagalli. Don't know how to say that guy's name. Fumagalli? I think the Bucs have too much talent to get first pick. Like, I think they have too good of a defense. Like, they've got Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Tristan Wirfs, Ryan Jensen on offense. I think they have too much talent to be the worst team in the NFL. Like, I think they're going to be bad, but that's mostly because they don't have a quarterback and they don't have a good coach. Like, I think they're going to be like a 4 or 5 win team. They'll be in the bottom 5, but I don't think they'll be the worst team. I could be wrong about that. I just think the Cardinals have like no talent, like next to no talent. 1st and 10, Lance is throwing to the end zone, incomplete. 4 seconds left in the half. Niners might try to kick a field goal here. Maybe they'll just chuck it. I don't know, but we'll see. Lance trying to make a play there, which was the correct decision. You want to get it to the end zone for a play before you get the field goal unit out. Raiders used a timeout before this field goal attempt for the Niners, which will be the last play of this half. Field goal attempt is no good. 14-7 Raiders. All right, guys. Well, that's where I'll end it. I enjoyed watching this first half with you guys. I hope you did as well. The Niners trailing the Raiders 14-7. My takeaways: Aiden O'Connell looks like a legit backup in the NFL. Trey Lance, I wouldn't trade for him. I wouldn't touch him with a 1,000-foot pole. The Niners need to work on their depth on the offensive line. The Raiders' defensive depth actually looks pretty good. Their offensive line looks really good. And I think a lot of positive takeaways for the Raiders. I thought they had a very good half. Thank you guys for watching. It's Mitch. We'll see you soon. Peace.